Well, it's another day. I am at one of my favorite spots this morning. You guys know this spot. So yeah, just heading into work here in a little while. I got a letter from the bank yesterday, so I've been making little videos. And I haven't uploaded them yet. I'll do that tonight and stuff. But anyways, this will probably be one of them if I complete it. But uh, so I went to the bank. I went to the bank yesterday, and I really am not making all. I'm not. This isn't all about this money for me, but I don't know. I'll circle back to that. But but like so when went yeah went to the bank went to the bank yesterday to the other day to deposit our um to deposit my that check. I'm distracted. So I got distracted just now just because I should have turned the camera around. But so anyways, I've been interested in this. There's this group, cycling group that I think it's called right. I think it's called Ride OKC, and I think they do little tours and stuff around the city, around the area. And I just saw a group just now. It looked like it was one tour guide and two other people just on bicycles, just riding around. And I want to do that. So I've been on the website and everything. I think it's volunteer basis. I don't think it's a job, but doesn't matter to me. And yeah. Anyways, it just looked really cool. So I just saw them go and I got distracted by it. So anyways, okay, back to the story. So yeah, the bank that I put that thing in, and got a letter yesterday saying that they're gonna hold it basically until the third, which was, of course frustrating. I've been chomping at the bit, right, for these, just for the, and really what it is, the excitement is, this, the money is nothing, but the progress forward. I have felt like for several months now, I've been feeling like I've been, just, just stuck, really, to say the word. I, in one sense, I was in this period of kind of change and transformation and stuff, but in another aspect, I was feeling stuck though in like my outward, not knowing what I was going to do with my body, with my time forward, like as far as for a job or work or even where I was gonna live, and there's kind of and not really knowing, not really having a way to really think, to really begin to seriously think about doing things to cause some direction or some flow into any certain direction. And so yeah, this feeling of just being stuck and waiting, kind of waiting to live. I held this over these years. I held this deal to where it was like I have much hope for the future. I've listened to things in the past where people have talked about like how they have, um, the thing of feeling like your best days are behind you, and there's people who live that way. That was not me. I definitely felt like my best days had to be before me, or that I was kind of destined for gloom and otherwise, not outward happiness, not happiness derived from my circumstances. Basically, was going to be my, and still is the case. That still is what I pursue, for my happiness to not be derived by the circumstances. To where it's like every little up makes you like elated with this and go crazy, and then every little down makes you the opposite way, you know. But you're who you are as these things happen. So yeah, like I have been and there has been a lot of things that have come to mind, or things that I have just looked at or come to my attention over the years that were areas of interest. I was like, man, you know, I'd like to be able to get into that, but because of reasons of finances and not being able to, and not finding the way to, not having a way to like get off the ride, get off the carousel to get something else going. So you know, it was the feeling was just fairly very frustrating. And so with this development, you know, this is if done right, and purposefully, this is like my, you know, anyway, it can be, has potential to be something very, very trajectory changing, liberating, and things like that. You know, there's still a lot of work to do, but it will allow me, it'll help me to be able to begin that work and to do it with some something. I don't know what the word is, but so anyways, when was it? Monday it came, man, and I was so ready for it to be there on Monday, and I didn't think it was going to be, and so I was kind of surprised that it actually came in. So when it did, man, I went right away and took it and deposited it. I was hoping that I would be able to get some of it, like some of it at the moment, you know, and not have to like put it all away. But they required that I put it all in there. So I had to, you know, they told me a 2 to 3 day hold. So I was like, fine, whatever, you know, a little bit disappointed at that. And then, so yeah, on the third day, which was yesterday, I went and, just kind of, you know, well, no, actually it was the day before yesterday. I actually went and checked and, on it. And yesterday, I decided just to kind of take it easy. I didn't want to be too pushy. And so, but, when I got home, I did notice that I had a letter, from there, and that's where they notified me about the extended hold. And so, needless to say, fairly frustrating. And you know, it had been a long time since I have engaged with a bank, you know, not knowing how the system works, and yeah, just feeling all this pressure. Have this roommate that I owe this money to, and so anyways, and for the past few days, it just seemed like, man, it seemed like tomorrow's gonna be the day where I'll have this cash in hand. I can give it to him, and then I can speak to him and speak more in general about just the things that are in my mind and heart. You know, I feel like I can't speak about them yet in a weird way, just because. And I guess in a way it seems like it hasn't really happened yet. It's still in this stage of process, and I don't have the ability to, like, you know, get some money and put it in his hand and look him in the eye and tell him about about just hope and for the future. You know, it's kind of like still in this theoretical. And I tell you what, I'm actually, I have a fair amount of sensitivity about the whole, like, just talking about stuff too much before it happens, before it's a reality. I'm persuaded that that's not wise, and I try not to do that myself. I see where there's a lot of potential for folly. For that when doing that. So, but I have definitely been kind of thinking and making plans in my mind. But yeah, when this finalizes, I'll be able to speak more about it. I feel like I'll be able to speak more confidently about it without it being, because then I can, then I'll actually be, I'll be pretty busy. I'll be pretty busy doing things, and I can talk about what I'm doing and talk about like what's happening and have things to show. And so that's part of the things that has made it kind of hard to say all that I want to say. But so even for that, I have to wait until the 3rd to begin that. So anyways, it's just it's just been a clear period of waiting and patience and really experiencing my emotions, my thoughts, a lot of things that are stirring around at this development. Because like I said, in one of my other videos, did not see anything like this happening. It really does seem like something was listening. Just to my thoughts and and the things that I said, and something was. It's something else. I'll talk more about that, but why doesn't? And even some I'll even talk more about, because there is one thing that is kind of outstanding. So basically, I have to. Gosh, there's so much. So I have to go and get I'm going to go and get a checkup. I haven't been to the doctor in a long time. I haven't seen it. The last time I've been to some like a hospital was from this at this accident, getting a little stitched up. But it was just a short visit, very non-invasive. But I think I need to go and get diagnostic imaging done, because of something that I'm noticing. I'm 44, and just things that I'm noticing with my body. I need to go and get it checked out, and if this thing that I'm thinking is what it could potentially be, I am going to it's going to impact my ability to do things for a while, forever, probably forever. I don't know, and so I do have that in mind. One of the things that I'm going to do early on is get this imaging done to kind of see what's going on with that, because that's really going to have a huge impact into into the picture going forward. So. And in some ways, I kind of think that I wouldn't be surprised if this development is for that purpose, actually, and not really for the things that I have in mind for it. So I'm thinking about that also. I know one thing that I can say for certain. Yes, is that I'm not going to be one of those situations where people talk about how someone came into something and blew through it and had nothing to show for it. That's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I have no desire to to really do anything majorly celebratory, I don't know, man. I know the kind of things that people expect, especially like people who when you have someone who is low income and and they and they and they come into money, yeah, the understanding and the expectation is, and what tends to happen is that, yeah, they just kind of um, they just kind of like give into their consumerist tendencies and buy a bunch of food, buy alcohol, buy a car, buy some status signaling things that are low value. And I even though I still frequent convenience stores, I don't know. I do have I have developed and of course, that could have been, that was surely finance driven, resource driven, to where maybe some of the my thinking would have been different if I had a little bit more ability. But I am definitely going to maintain this posture, and because this is me, the way that that's more natural. I don't really see myself not in that way of I used to. My dad even I remember when I was younger saying something about me about how, like, what is it, the champagne taste on a beer budget, or just having tendency to want to do things, or do things out of one's means, live out of one's means and stuff. And so yeah, that's been in my mind. I try to keep it in mind, and I even think I have undergone some change in that regard. I hope so. So what we will do is just like I said, maintain this posture, and just look at these resources as a way to I hope it can be used for that. I hope it can be used for the things that came into my mind that are filling me with excitement, and instead of just simply something to hold me over while I go through, and I wouldn't complain. I don't know. I'll say more about that either. But I'm rambling at this point, I feel. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to just kind of point out that funny little bit. Just the waiting, more waiting. So yeah, 8 days from now. So I'm gonna be broke this weekend, cause yeah, one of the things I did was anyway. So I did a maintenance thing on my bicycle. And I replaced my chain on there, which revealed to me that my cassette is worn, and so I'm not able to ride the bike like I'm not able to ride the bike like I need to to do my job, because I can't accelerate. I'm kind of stuck to one gear, and I can't accelerate, nor can I climb without it chipping out. And so I was hoping, I was hoping that I would be able to, over the weekend, get the bike situated and get it back rolling and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer now, even to do that. So that's a little frustrating. I wasn't able to go on the group ride last night. I wanted to. It was a really nice evening. I didn't even see what the route was, but there's still a few more. Yeah, there's still a few more weeks in the warm, in the nice temperatures before winter temperatures start to hit. So the rides will be going on for a while. So I'm going to make, have the I'll look forward to being able to make some of the other ones, God willing, and that really is it. Whatever it is, whoever it is that is over us, who sees into the future, and who knows the past, and who communicates and does things. If that one permits, there'll be plenty more rides in the future. Riding bikes with my son, riding bikes with friends, maybe even riding bikes with my family. And it'll just be a beautiful thing to me. So, we'll see what happens as we go forward. So, thanks for watching. Till next time.